Let's send everybody the invite link. What's up, my friends? Anybody that's out there? We are live. Let's put the link around. Put the link. Devin, what's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, brother. Good. How's your day been since we chatted earlier?
Not too bad. Got in some of the calls and been running across some disconnected numbers. Talked to one agent's office. The secretary was like, "Yeah, we're just a small firm, only a two-people firm, so we're not interested." Like, really? Turning down money?
Yeah. Yeah. They don't understand at first. Let's see. Then I'm gonna turn you on panelist here. They don't understand. It takes a little bit of relationship building. So what was your I guess intro? How did you when you first got in contact with what we would call, I guess, the gatekeeper?
So the secretary, she just asked me, who I was and what I was calling about. Just said, "Hey, I'm an investor and we're looking at fire properties in the area and just wanted to catch up with the agent, talk to him and see if there was any way we could work together and get some deals done."
Mm.
And she was like, "Okay, well, hang on." Then she came back and she was like, "Yeah, we're just a two-person firm and we're not interested." Okay.
Yeah, so that you can just tell there that there's a lack of understanding, right? So the one of the things that comes with confidence and repetition that you'll obviously learn as you do more is that that doesn't necessarily mean that that's dead. It's that the difference is most people would take that at face value, right? Like, okay, all right, no problem. I'll thank you for your time. Or there's the top performer that is going to respond to that with, no worries, I totally understand. A lot of the agents that I speak to at first feel the same way, right? So this is where you disconnect from real estate and you focus on psychology of sales, right? People are
All right.
programmed to have an objection, right? So when they say, "Oh, we're a small firm, we're not really interested in that." Okay, okay, no problem. I totally understand. I wouldn't want to throw anything your way, but if I had opportunities that needed to be listed, you would be open to working together, I would assume, correct? See, like I'm going to take their objection, and I'm going to smile and nod, okay, yeah, but, and I'm going to keep hitting them with something else in another direction. Because once you dig a little bit deeper, you can often find that they just don't know what you're asking for, right? So again, right now in your early stages of outreach, don't even necessarily go into it so much like I'm an investor looking for deals. Go into it with I'm looking to build relationships with local agents,
Yeah.
right? I purchase properties in the area and I'm just looking to build relationships with local agents. So if there's everything that we can collaborate on to do that, right? This battle that happens between investors and agents, like one's good and one's bad, and like we have to play this little game. I don't know why it's that way, but agents are often like, no, investors are, some agents, I should say, are like, no, they're bad, or the wholesaling's bad, or it's illegal, or whatever, right? And so they have some preconceived preconceived notions that they may have received from somewhere else. So it's our job to just be able to have the confidence to say, yeah, no problem. I totally understand. And then deliver the response. And the response to me is almost always going to be like, feel, felt, found. It's one of my favorite objection overcoming tools, right? I guess rebuttals would be the word. So what that looks like in action is no worries, no worries. I totally understand how you feel. Right? I totally understand how you feel. A
Yeah.
lot of the agents that I work with felt the same way when we first started talking, but then they found that we were able to actually do a lot of deals together for any properties that they had that were sitting around that they just weren't able to find a retail buyer for. So it's a pretty normal thing for people to not necessarily be interested or understand at first, but I've been able to help others find ways that we can collaborate. So I just wanted to introduce myself and say, hey, like you ever have any difficult properties, right? So in that, keep in mind, you're probably not going to change this person's mind on this call, Devin. Like that's not what I want you to do. But what I want you to do is build the confidence to keep talking
Yeah.
because people get smacked one time with an objection. They're like, okay, sorry. And then they run when like you win by standing through and battling that objection.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
First rounds. Go ahead.
That's definitely, it's, way I've ran into several as far as just over the times that I've been calling agents as far as doing the LOI blaster and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
there was one time my mom had an agent that actually called her up after we sent an LOI out. We hadn't done any outreach prior to that. And the agent literally called her up and just started cussing her out. And like took the time to sit there and
Say
tell my
what?
mom how unprofessional that was because my mom literally just answered the phone, hello, and the lady was like, that's how you answer the phone, and just started going and reaming her up one side and down the other.
Ooh, that's weird. I mean, so it's funny because we have those kind of things happen all the time, like in the call center or with the texting stuff. Like people will have a bad day and they'll just really, really need to take it out on somebody. They just can't wait to give it to somebody else. I don't know why people do that, but it's easy to hide behind the phone. I suppose that's why. They never say those kind of things in your face most of the
Yeah,
time, anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, what's up,
Supposedly she
bro?
was a top agent in her thing and had been doing it like 20 some years. I'm like, that's real
This
professional.
is one thing I've learned. If somebody has to tell you how great they are, they're probably not that great,
Yeah,
right? Like other people, if you're great, other people will talk for you. You never, if you ever find yourself, and I have to do this, I have to check myself this sometimes. Like, yo, do I really have to prove myself to this person? Like, do I really need, like, I know I'm good, and they're saying, like, this happened to me recently. You guys, some of y'all saw it, right? And like, try to throw these accusations, and like, do I really need to prove myself, right? And like, if I always feel like if somebody needs to say, hey, I'm the top performer in my area, and like, I'm the number one, da, 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 it's probably because they're trying to overcompensate and come up in another area where they're coming up short, right? So they're trying to prove themselves with that light. So that's when you can just laugh off there.
yeah.
Daniel, I know you've been excited for the 6 p.m. session, bro.
What's
You
up?
make it at 12. How you doing?
Oh, just working on some stuff in Excel sheets,
Oh yeah.
building out some calculators and things like that. You know,
Fun.
working per usual.
What kind of calculator?
So a bunch of underwriting for comping and underwriting calculators for single family and multifamily, whether it's cash or creative.
I love it. So you're building your own. You're building one we're all going to be able to use, I assume.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I love it.
Yep,
So,
yep. So that'll probably be done tomorrow at some point.
well, that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah.
That we need that. I know a lot of people, everybody has the questions on underwriting,
Yep.
like how do I get it done? Having a calculator like that is easy. Let's see here. That reminds me, I'm gonna see if I can get Roman to jump on here too and chat for us a bit if he's available. See if, well, Eddie too. You talked to him. Is he still at the dealership this late? Oh, is that you froze? It's me. Looks like you froze. Can y'all hear me out there? Anybody? Is it just him
Come
that's
here.
so it's just him that's froze. Got it. Well, what's up, Ben? How you doing, bro?
Good, man.
Good.
Uh, got to connect with some students yesterday and today.
Nice.
Pretty excited. Um,
Me too.
yeah, we're working through some stuff. Joffrey found an agent that's gonna send him like 70 properties or something. Yeah, and the we were talking through what to say to with the agent, and it sounds like the agent's open to creative stuff. So
Let's go.
yeah,
So the underwriting tools will come in handy too. See, look, that one did not take long. How long? Where did that list? That was come from the list that we gave you? Joffrey,
uh, I'm not sure if he already had this or not, but
Joffrey, can you talk? You have a mic on? I don't know. That's 70 is fire though. There's got to be something within 70. There he is. What's
Hello,
up?
can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I heard you got some movement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Where?
actually, it's not really 70, it's around 46.
Okay.
But the agent actually got some more properties. So
Mm,
basically, he sent me some yesterday. So, but what he sent me yesterday was some land. So
cool.
today he sent me now the 46 that are properties, single family homes. And yeah, some of them are around pretty much turnkey properties. So there's maybe a couple fixer uppers
Where are they at?
in Dallas,
Okay.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Where did you come across this agent? If you did it yesterday, I assume that was from your own outreaches, I guess, before we gave you stuff. So where'd you find this person?
So really just agent average. Just really well what I like to do sometimes. Well, I was listening to what you said, the agent average thing,
Mhm.
and well, another thing I did is just I went on Zillow, and I found something like it, and just contact the agent. So
Mhm.
my initial idea was not necessarily to get this the property, was just try to see if I can build some kind of relationship with the guy, and so that he can send me something later. And that's what happened.
That is the perfect play. Shout out to you for running it. That's awesome, dude. And now they not only are they sending you opportunities right now, but they're going to continue to send you opportunities. So now you
Mhm.
just tapped into this little well of leads that will continually throw things your way. Maybe they have to send you 20 things before you find one and like, ooh, this is perfect, and then you pluck it. But now, if you have 5 or 10 people like that that are sending these opportunities, your job gets way, way easier. Shout out to you, Joffrey. That's awesome, dude. So,
Yeah.
first off, the land, I have a pretty expansive dispo network in Texas, courtesy of my man Money Mike. So, not only can we have access to investor lift and do all of those kind of generic things. I'm actually not a huge fan of that. But because of his buyers list that we basically collaborate and I can get access to, um, we can send mass email outreaches and stuff to a lot of buyers. So even land deals or anything other stuff in Dallas, let's definitely see what we can get locked up for you.
Yeah. Well, those lands, they are like so they are I think so. Really, all in total, that can be yeah, that can be like the 46 plus what he sent me yesterday. Yeah, so we can get close to maybe 50, 55.
Nice.
So the issue I would say with the lands he got or that he sent me is that they are in flooded area, flooded zone with
Mm.
like 100 flood 100-year open.
Is it
So
in a
I
flood
don't.
zone?
Yes.
Mm. Got it. Was it one big piece of land or was it multiple land
No,
property?
multiple lands. I believe it's one owner with multiple lands.
Mm. Got it. I would be
Yeah.
interested in at least looking at it, right? Because another thing with the vacant land is been very popular with mobile home parks and RV parks, right? In the right areas in the right amount of land. We have some lenders, some hard money lenders specifically that lend on ground up stuff. So there's always opportunities. That's one of the things about being a deal maker, guys, is that it's not just wholesaling or it's not just one thing. It's like, all right, here's something that's put in front of me. How do I put it all together so that it's able to be a deal? Right. So I've got somebody that sent me some vacant land leads. Now, what could this be as a deal? It could be a ground up construction of some sort. It could be a wholesale to some other person who wants to do whatever else, right? So there's a few potential exit strategies. Now, where do I find somebody that actually wants to do that? And then we put it together as a deal, right? So, okay, bring it back. Maybe it's not us, maybe it's somebody else, but you just have to not, in my opinion, at least, I want to kind of preface with that. When you are a lead generator and you're creating opportunity, it's not always about disqualifying this one's not right for me as much as how do I make this a good deal and pass it to the right person that can run with it. And that's another kind of tie into the connector stuff you guys hear me talk about a lot. So I actually am working on a little partnership with Joe McCall, who is a land real estate coach. You guys might recognize him from lots of the groups as well. Um, Basically, we're going to be doing a little sample testing of the CRM with the mass texting and stuff. And so his focus happens to be on land as well. So definitely shoot me some details on whatever you have, or as you work with Bain, we can get on a call or whatever and see what we can potentially do with those. That's awesome. Congrats. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
exciting to hear.
yeah, yeah. That's something that could be done.
There we go.
Because like I said, my first thing, well, when I heard the float zone, I was like, man, maybe that's what I asked. Like, do you maybe have something else, like maybe just regular homes, and
Mhm.
that's when they send me the other properties.
There you go.
So, but if you think that's something that could be, something to consider, yeah,
It just depends on how you view yourself, right? As in this game, as far as what avatar. And what I mean by that is I like to think of myself as a lead generator, not necessarily any one type of investor, right? So when people ask me, what's your buy box? I often tell them if it's a good deal, I'll look at it, right? If it makes dollars, then it makes sense to me, right? One day y'all gonna see that on a t-shirt. You're gonna see your boy rocking that. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. Because that's how I view it, right? So if you're like, hey, I got this deal locked up, it's a good deal. We look at it, we underwrite it, it is a good deal. Because of the platform that I have, I'm confident that there's plenty of people that want to buy this deal if it's a good deal. And then I guess that's really where disposition side of this industry comes in. So either your acquisitions and you're really good at getting the deals locked up, or maybe you're better on dispositions and building that network. So now I just got to find that middle ground of where you fit at. So I love that you're taking action and getting opportunities already. One way or another, we'll find a way to chop something up.
I believe there's a lot of properties in there. So at least, we, if since they are open, at least the agent is pretty much open to, seems to be open to creative,
Nice.
I believe that there's a good opportunity to work for as much as possible, or as many as possible.
There we go. That's it. That's awesome. They'd love to see that. Well, let's keep it rocking and keep the agent outreach happening. We'll get more and more of those opportunities and start setting up. You have a steady little lead flow and just kind of cherry pick the deals that really are a good fit. That's how you get this thing moving quickly with agent outreach. I love that. I see Matthew jumped in here as well. Matt, what's up, bro? Can you chat? Put everybody on the spot. They got to figure out the microphone.
Yo, yo,
What up, brother? How you doing?
good. Sorry, I was in the sauna at the gym.
Love it. Sauna's one of my favorite places in the whole world.
Yeah, I didn't get the morning routine in, unfortunately. So
Got to get it in where you can sometimes.
yeah,
So I don't normally train in the afternoons because I end up working all day long. But the other day when I was driving, I was in the car all day. I'm like, I got to go get a workout. And it was like 4 p.m. Like going into 5 p.m. and the gym was so much more packed than it is in the morning. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, man, way harder.
I basically just needed to come relax after the day already.
Oh, yeah. You're on the West Coast. So it's the middle of the day for you. It's only 3 p.m.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Been
yeah.
rough on the floor?
I was just on calls for about 6 hours straight. We're working on quite a few of these leads, and it's just so much back and forth and back and forth.
For sure. I know you got a lot of movement too. So you're working directly with a lot of agents as is right now.
Yes. Yeah, I just had 3 offers accepted for flips in Kansas City. So we're just working with trying to get the hard money for it.
Let's go. Well, the hard money I can help you with for sure. If you already got the deals locked up and it's underwritten properly, what I can do is I have a couple named Lori and Ryan, and they have like their brokers. They have like 200 different lenders that I think more than 200 that lend on every different type of thing. Fix and flips are very easy for them to get done. I also have some really solid private money connections.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think in Kansas City, probably Ralph Hoyos. He's down in Miami. I think he relocated a bit for the hurricane. So like Monday or so, maybe before then, I could possibly connect you to some private money folks as well if you need that. But the hard money, let me know. I'll start a group chat for you as well.
Yeah, right now they're like, we're typing up the contracts. We just need your approval letters, and that's the phase we're at. They love the offer and everything, ready to move forward, but just waiting on that. So I'm like, okay, we
The
need to get that.
potential Morby methods that you talked about? Or is
No,
it
these are just straight cash flips. We just would love, the purchase and the renovation costs.
so you're trying to run the full flip? I love it. Notice he didn't just say, I want to just wholesale it and give some of that. So let me just go find the capital to get the deal done because it's out there for sure.
Yeah.
What do you need as far as capital?
Let's see. We're gonna need about 115 to 120 for the first property, and then the other two we're buying as a package. Our offer was 158, and then 97K, and so we're gonna need about, let's see, that's 249 or roughly. I think the renovations are about 50K, so we need about 300 for that package, and then 120 cost. So we need about 420.
Nice. Across two different transactions.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Once you get kind of all the final details, shoot it over to me where we can jump on a one-on-one call or whatever and see who I can connect you to help make that happen. I think Ralph,
Awesome.
probably, on the private money side, I'm pretty confident, cover the gap funding, and they actually do 100% no payments, no upfront payments, no payments until the flip is sold. So there's lots
That
of
would be so awesome. Yeah, the
Yeah.
spread looks pretty good, provided that I did all the comping and underwriting correctly.
yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll look through a little bit more thoroughly with you sometime and see what we got. And my man Daniel, is he still on here? He might have fell off. He was having
No,
some.
I bounced back.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I hit up Daniel earlier.
Cool, cool. As I say, he's building this calculator thing, make it even easier. And on the fix and flip side as well, I'll need you to message me so I don't forget this, but I do have a fix and flip specific calculator that my man Matt Winfrey uses. He's done like 10 or so in the past 6 months, something like that. So he actually has a calculator that he had used and kind of tweaked a bit. So I can get you that too, just help underwrite as well. And Dan, I'll shoot that to you for reference.
Awesome.
There we
Yeah,
go.
awesome.
And you're
Sounds
still
good.
also working on some Morby method deals.
Yeah, I just need some help. I mean, to me they look like they make sense in pencil, but I don't know the first. I mean, I know how to do it, but I need someone to hold my hand like I'm a child.
I get it, bro. I get it. No worries. And the truth is, like, another thing is if you get, since you've already built some level of rapport and like you have conversation going and interest expressed, this is where I think that pulling in somebody like Garen and just so you guys know, like Garen already has his own thing. He crushes it with this JV thing. So like I'm confident that they can close deals, but also I want you guys to be able to close it too. So I'm also bringing Eddie, who you guys have seen some, and Danny and others that have that background in sales so that we can continue to develop that same. Because at the end of the day, Garen talked about it a bit last night. It's got a lot to do with psychology. He doesn't, just like me, he doesn't consider himself the most knowledgeable real estate guy. It's more about how we structure the conversations, how we deliver, and how we manage the psychology of the conversation. And those are all things that I think that once you start to watch a little bit and learn hands-on, you guys will be able to run with these a lot. But early on, I would say if I haven't already, I can send you the link. We can get you scheduled with Garen and he'll get on. If it's the Morby method that these make sense as, I'm sure that he can get that locked up that way. If it makes sense a different way, I think you'll also find that he'll be able to figure out what that other way might be that you may not be able to yet.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Cool. So we'll definitely set that up for you too. So that's awesome. And I mean, you've been doing the agent outreach even before we got connected here. So I know once we give you some more juice and some more resources, you're going to be crushing it. And you're already focused in Kansas City. And actually, my man Roman actually just texted me back.
I've been talking to Roman.
I'm about to say he's going to be the one that's teaching this agent outreach and stuff. He's right there in Kansas City. So that's definitely going to be a powerful connection for you.
I was on the phone with Roman this morning. We were trying to work this 4 duplex deal together.
Fire. We were on the phone with him too earlier. He was on our team leader meeting. So that's exciting. Awesome. He just texted me back.
Yes.
There
Love
we go. And then we also have Chad Cox. He is not in Kansas City, but he's out in Missouri. So he's a private money lender / partner of ours that's interested in some of these. He's one of our sponsors for the academy. And so he'll be lending on the EMD deals that we generate through this as well. So Kansas City is definitely a hot market. You're in a good place, that's for sure.
Awesome.
Focus is
Love
good.
to hear that.
You're in a better place, sunny. What's the temperature out in San Diego right now? It's nice out here, I'm sure.
I'm outside with my shirt off, so it's pretty good.
And normally in Florida, I would be that way right now. In North Carolina, it was like when I woke up this morning, it was like 48 degrees. I'm like,
Oh, it's definitely close to 70 right now.
oh yeah. See, I lived in San Diego by the naval base for like 3 or 4 months on my West Coast journey for a while. So beautiful place.
Yeah, I love it here.
Awesome. There we
Well,
go.
sweet. Thank you. Appreciate everything.
Yeah. I'm excited for you, man. I can't wait to see what we do together. And side note, your partner messaged me back. I haven't got back with him, but he did hit me back on Instagram on the cannabis side. So see if we can
Awesome.
keep
Can't
talking.
wait for that to go through too.
Yeah.
Cannabis deal. There we go.
Yeah, Danny's got a background in some cannabis stuff too.
Ah,
Dude, that's
nice.
what my simple solvents is. That's what the main focus is. I mean, most of our business is into the cannabis and hemp space, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're growing
amazing.
into pharmaceutical and then fragrance manufacturing and just other uses. But yeah, most of it's botanical.
Fire.
Very cool.
And Anna and Chaz Mulder, they are connected to a seller out. They have two properties, one in Arizona, one in Colorado, that's actually a formerly active cannabis farm. It's not active right now, but it's got all of the greenhouses and everything still on it, just needs new plants and to be active. So like, I'm trying to get this. The first time we spoke, I was leaning towards more trying to just get a straight seller finance. But as we push forward more, I do think this as well makes a lot of sense as a Morby method because we can get a big spread up front and put it right into the production of the cannabis farm. So that is 100% something on my list as I want to get back into that space and acquire something where we can be, because also I'm the brand guy, like I know how to build brands and create viral movement behind these things. So it's like if we were pumping out really quality products, and Lord knows I'm a great champion of the product. So that's always something I wanted to do. So that would be fun. Just want to make that happen.
Dude, we're about to roll out a kava drink here soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll have to talk
I
about
gotta come
that.
out there. I gotta come see you boys. That'd be fun out there in Chicago.
Dude, I bounced down into Florida too because that's where Brandon's at. He's right in Tampa too. He's right next to you.
Oh, yeah.
So
How do you hold
depending
up
on
the storm?
he actually so there's a trade show going on up in Atlanta. So they actually headed out on Tuesday and avoided all of it, but they're on the fourth floor in an apartment. So I mean they'll be good anyway, or third floor. So their stuff will be good, but getting to the stuff, I guess we'll all find out.
Yeah, that's the harder question for me too. Is like, are we gonna have to get a boat to pull up? The roads. It's crazy.
My brother said Cape Coral is good. I mean, his power just kicked back on down there.
Well, that's good. That was fast. I can't. I'm really hoping to get back down there this weekend. I hate being on the road, and like it's hard for me to get everything done. Not that I hate being on the road. I shouldn't say that, but with so much going on right now, I hate to not have a
Hard.
solid plan. It's one thing if I'm going to be on the road and I can plan, but literally Monday we went to the gym like 8:30, whatever. We get back from the gym about 9:30, and Lauren's like, "I think we're gonna need to leave." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "The storm." I'm like, "Yeah, the storm's coming. We're not evacuated, right?" And she's like, "Not yet, but I think we need to." And like literally an hour and a half later, my phone gives the alarm and like out we go again.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my brother's hearing that Tampa got hit pretty good. That's what he's at least hearing from everybody. So, but yeah, I mean, I know apparently the 16th it's supposed to hit again. There's supposed to be another one that's supposed to roll through.
I know, bro. It's like, do I drive all the way back down there and then because then it's like I'm not gonna leave again, right? If I drive back down there, we sticking out this storm. I don't know what it is, but we getting a paddle and a life jacket, and your boy is staying put if I go back down there.
Dude, my brother was on a kayak until like, I don't know, like 8 hours before, 5 hours before that thing hit. I mean, he was moving people's stuff around, hopping on Sea-Doos and going and moving that stuff around. Like, dude,
Crazy.
he's
Yeah.
reckless.
Reckless. Yeah, dude, the footage of it was pretty crazy last night when it was first making landfall. It was, I imagine, scary being in the middle of it, but
Yeah, he said it was pretty wild. I mean, they lost power. That was about it. But yeah,
fingers crossed. Well, that's good. Hopefully, most people are safe out there as much as possible. And they had a pretty good forewarning for the most part, so it's not like it snuck up on anybody. But definitely was a ton of water, ton of storm surge. But just a matter of time before it dries out, and then there's gonna be a whole lot of people that need to find solutions. Right.
Yep.
And one thing I just to throw this out here for y'all that are listening, don't go be a vulture and try to just dive into all these markets like, hey, da, 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 da. We all understand that there's going to be things that come from this, but like now is not the time to be pursuing them. So
I
just
will say though, if you need repair work, that's all my brother's doing down there. So
well, that's a different conversation. If you're trying like to repair and help, that's a great thing to push because people do
yeah.
need restoration and help in the store, but don't try to come be a snake and just like, hey, I know you got fucked by this hurricane, so just thought I might offer you a low ball offer, make it a little bit smoother.
Was it you that posted that made that post?
The guy, no, it wasn't me, but I saw everybody saw me. Oh wow, what an
Somebody,
asshole.
yeah, someone made that post about no, I can't remember who it was about basically people. I think it was you, but I don't think it was related to this, like people getting all the offers, and some real estate person posted it. And you could just tell it was a real estate person that wrote it.
Oh yeah, I shared it. It was an agent
Yeah.
that wrote it. Like,
Very
beware of
good.
all of the investors coming to. They're called
Yeah.
wholesalers, and some of them do this evil black magic called creative finance.
Yeah.
It's called subject to.
Yeah.
People.
No, you'll have some hawks out there, dude, and some vultures definitely after this. They always are out there, dude.
Yeah, people, and it's just as bad as like this is one thing I didn't like about the roofing industry when we were working there is that that's what they would do. It would be like a big storm, and then they would just be like 1,000 roofers from all over the country that fly in and just knock doors for months and annoy the shit out of everybody. And it's like that's part of the reason why Florida is pretty screwed by some of the homeowners insurance companies because like there's just constant abuse of this. And like some of my close friends are pretty big in the roofing and construction industry in North Carolina and have some attorney friends that are pretty big in the game that influence what happens down in Florida. And it's just like pretty wild. It's pretty wild how people have no qualms, no fears of being like, yeah, they just got wrecked. Hey, I noticed you got hit by the storm. Do you need a new roof? Like they don't give a shit at all. There's like no compassion. It's wild. Oh man. Let's see.
See, like I won't lie though, that's kind of why I don't enjoy direct to seller too much though, because I'm just like, hey bro, this is business though. Your roof's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. And that's one of the things like when you're doing direct to seller, it's like gotta be for the right reasons, right? Like you gotta be able to have empathy and compassion. You gotta be able to talk to people and truly understand. And for me, and maybe this is similar for you, but like I'm very fast paced first and foremost. And so those two things are counteractive, right? So slow down and listen, go fast and lead are two totally different things, and it's difficult for them to align first off. The second thing is just by nature, I'm a relatively stoic guy, right? Like things don't matter that much to me overall in general. So like it's like hard for me sometimes to truly feel a lot. Not that I don't have feelings. I used to think when I was young, like, oh, I don't have feelings. I now understand that I do have feelings. They're just different than a lot of people. Like Lauren, she is a total empath and incredibly like incredibly able to connect and like mirror somebody's feelings and truly feel what they feel. I'm like, man, man, I get it. And like that's it for me, like I have gone through a lot of traumatic things in my life and where people are like, why are you not like my brother? I made a post about my brother the other day on my birthday, and everybody's like, oh, I'm sorry about your loss. And like I get it absolutely why people say that and everything, and I appreciate the condolences. But like it was also one of those things where it's like in my life, it was like sad for a moment, right? And then I realized that being sad wasn't going to serve the greater purpose of what needed to happen now, right? So like I took those feelings, felt them, put them down, and kept on going, right? And people are
Yeah.
like, why don't you feel bad? Like, why don't you cry about it, right? And I'm like,
So I mean that kind of even ties into meditation, or at least a form of it outside of focusing on breathing is actually most people when they meditate just push thoughts out and just focus on that internal breathing and calming of the body. And there's actual methods of just taking what comes in, processing in it, and then letting it basically go back out and expel.
yes,
So
dude. Yes, dude. look, you're gonna get me started on the meditation thing again, bro. We're gonna go in
Hey,
on this.
you open up the door, bro.
I love it though. It's one of my favorite things in the world to talk about because as somebody who's so high strung and so fast paced and so driven in the things that I'm chasing, if I don't take the time to have that, it gets really difficult, right? But when you learn what you're really doing in meditation, it's more like physical training for your body than it is quiet time, right? It's like it's the equivalent, I should say, the equivalent of physical training for your body. When you go into meditation, you're training your mind. You are working your mind in a comparable light that you would your physical body in the gym, right? And so, for example, if you truly think about it, how often in life are you awake and conscious with your eyes closed?
Yeah.
Very little do we spend conscious awake time with our eyes closed. It's our primary input, right? Is what we see. So when you close your eyes, now you're taking away a big input that influences what you think, right? So now when my eyes are closed, what I see in my mind is different than what I see in my physical reality. So now when I let thoughts come in, and this is another thing that people tell me a lot, I can't sit still long enough. I can't sit still. Another thing people say is I hate the silence, right? Like two things. First off, don't sit in silence. I could not meditate if I sat in silence every day. I
I
listen
do.
to meditation tracks. I listen to theta waves or some kind of binaural beats because my ADHD needs something to distract it, right? So the sound will kind of distract your conscious mind and allow you to get deeper. So for one thing for me, it's huge is like find a sound, a hertz sound or some kind of binaural beat that vibrates with you. It's different for every person. Mine is more like an 8 hertz, like an 888, which no coincidence also tends to align with the vibration of money and financial growth. Lauren is much more of like an 11 or a 111, right? She's much more esoteric and more like an angel. Like if you put in YouTube and put in angel sounds, like it'll be like that, kind of thing. Like that's her, more way up high. Mine's way down low, right? Like you find a vibrational sound that aligns with you and you'll truly notice like it aligns with you, and like when you find the right sound it will move your vibration into the right place, and then all of a sudden you unlock something that you didn't know you had, and it's truly powerful. And so sometimes I meditate, and I always try to do different types of meditation, not like every day, but frequently I try to switch it up. And sometimes a powerful meditation to do is to just chase your thoughts. And what I mean by that is let your thoughts run by and watch what they are, right? Like an animal running by. What was that? And then you tend to find, why is this where my thoughts go? This is how I tend to do this meditation. My thoughts go here. Why do my thoughts go here, right? And then when you dig deeper and you look a little bit further, you realize, oh, there's this thing here that I didn't know was there because I never slowed down to look at it, right? And
Yeah.
until you get into that deep zone, it's very, very hard to see those things because our conscious mind is constantly slowed down by thought. Visual input creates more thought, and we're slowing ourselves down with what we're seeing. But dude, I just cannot speak highly enough of the impact that it makes when you find that alignment.
Yep. 100%.
These things supposed to be about real estate. Y'all always get me out here on this woo stuff. But you
Yeah,
know what?
it all ties together.
No,
You need the mindset to hammer through these calls, direct to seller, direct to agent, whether it's lenders. I mean, it don't matter who it is.
yeah, dude, people can feel your vibration. And that's another, I talked about this briefly the other day. Like the way that I use these kind of principles to apply to my life and to my business, right? Is that by first processing and separating or compartmentalizing my thoughts, it allows me to have clarity in the moment. So the reason why a lot of people struggle with anxiety or fear of making the phone calls or things like that is because there's a constant flow of thoughts and input that's always coming into their brain that they never shut off and they never organize. So it's like pressures from work, pressures from relationship. I got to make money. Bills are due. My kids are here. I got this. I got this. I got this. They're constantly taking things in and they never take the time to segment each individual piece. And truly, once you do that, then what happens is because if you're stressed about money, if you're like, I gotta pay my fucking car bill and I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't get a deal this week. Every person you encounter will feel that about you. You might not know that they feel that about you, and they might not know that they feel that about you, but they'll be like, this dude's kind of chaotic. Like this motherfucker is desperate. Like why are they trying so hard? Like like people can sniff that commission breath when you're like really, really whatever. Or maybe like you're struggling in your relationship and you have a difficult battle with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, right? And you have a fight, right? And then you got to what? Go to work. I remember back in my gym days, that was hard, right? I would date girls. And my biggest problem is I didn't really care as deeply as I should. So I would often end up fighting or arguing with girls because I just didn't value it as I should. And so like have this girl like yelling at me or pissed off or whatever, and then I got to go to work and sell gym memberships. Like, hey, what's up, guys? It's Gold Jim Garrett, right? And so it's like it was hard for me back then to differentiate. And so like if I had a bad day outside of work, you would know it inside work. Or if I had a bad day at work, you would know it when I got off work, right? Because I wasn't able to separate the different parts. And if you really want to be successful at this, you got to be able to separate it. So especially if you're early on your journey and you do feel financial pressure or you do feel some type of stress, you truly have to be able to take it, box it up and set it over here and operate independently of that feeling. And if you don't, this feeling will impact what you do here, and what you do here will not be as effective or efficient. And in turn, you're allowing other circumstances to make this one worse and everything gets weighed down. You have to learn how to compartmentalize. You have to learn how to process, deal with things, put them where they belong in your life and move forward. Otherwise, you're going to be talking to the agent and like you think you got them on the phone for 15 minutes and then, they take a left turn on you and you start losing it and then you feel pressure and then your voice gets tighter and your breath gets shorter and you're worried because now you're going to lose this deal when you thought you had it. And oh my God, I needed this deal. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want that. So I use meditation to take the different parts of my life and organize them into where they belong, right? And I really love the energy conversion box where I take any negative energy, put it in there and let it begin to convert to positive energy. So if you're feeling financial pressure and stress, you don't, and here's another secret to the universe, guys, secret to existence. If you focus on the things that make you stressed, you will create more reasons to be stressed. But if you focus on things that you are grateful for and the blessings and the things that you do have, you will create more of those things, period. So if you're feeling stressed about money, or here's another scenario I was just going through with Lauren, you're feeling fear about the hurricane, right? You're feeling feel about this hurricane coming. You're like, oh my God, what if this and what if that? And it's going to crush us and I don't want to die and I'm scared. What you're actually doing in those fear-based moments is pulling in closer all of those things that you don't want, right? So you have to be able to, okay, this is what I'm feeling. Let me identify it, put it over here, and stop thinking about it. Because when I'm thinking about it, I'm putting power to it. And when I'm putting power to it, it's coming into my life faster. Instead, I'm going to put it there. I'm going to focus on what I do have. What do I have right now? I do have an entire community of people that are chasing the same desires that I am. An entire group of people that are giving me resources and opportunities to take advantage of. Leaders and friends and community that I can lean on to develop more money making skills so that I never have to feel like this ever again. I'm so grateful for the position that I'm in right now. It's such a different perspective. And if you can flip from stressed to grateful for the opportunity to be where you are in any moment, I promise you will also flip the result that you get from the situation that you're facing. I've seen it happen over and over again. This is why they used to call me Preacher Garrett back when I was 18, 19 years old, smoking weed in a circle and talking like this my whole life.
Dude, it's the stoner rants, man.
It was funny when I was young, like it was just we were a bunch of, young hood rat kids, and like most of my friends didn't have the same intensity that I do in life. So like I would be in the garage, literally in my parents' garage, like we had that 70s show style garage smoke place when we were teenagers. And like all my friends would be in there just like, and I'd be walking in circles and like preaching to these guys. They'd be like, Garrett, sit down, bro. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't help it. I start feeling it. It just flows. Can't turn it off.
That's awesome. Oh yeah.
That's what I like to do is get people charged up. But yeah, guys, anybody else want anything to add in? Any of y'all meditate? I know Matt's into the self-care routine and the alignment stuff. Matt, what's your normal morning routine look like, bro?
Cold plunge, lift weights,
Nice.
and then that's pretty much it. Go to the beach, walk the beach a little bit, go home, get on the phone, get on the computer.
Love it.
I'll do cardio in the afternoon if I have time, but lately I've been on the phone, so it's kind of like workout has to be early in the morning. The other day I did an hour on the assault bike on 4 phone calls. It was actually miserable. No music, just phone calls and working out.
Yeah.
Commitment, baby. Let's go. That's
Right
what's
now
up.
I'm about to hop in the cold plunge as well. I was just waiting to cool off from the sauna a bit.
What kind of cold plunge is it? Like, is a certain brand, you know, the brand?
No, they have 5 of them at this gym. They're all
Does it
different
have like
temperatures
waves in
too.
it, or does it sit still?
No, it circulates.
Oh my God, the circulation ones are so much better.
Oh yeah, I go for the one where it's towards the feet. Yeah, it's let's see. Some of them it's all in Celsius, but they're between like 36 and like 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice. Yeah, the ones that move. Blue Cube is the name of one of the top ones. Joe Rogan recommends all the time. Lauren actually has done some of the numerology coaching for one of the guys that runs that company, and it has
Yeah,
that technology like river flow, I think they call it, or something like that. It's like sitting in a freezing river, because if it's stationary, just for y'all that ever either have tried or want to try cold plunge, if the water's stationary, your body will quickly develop a little thermal shield and it won't be as cold
yeah,
as fast. But with
yeah.
running water, it's going to really blast you. It's going to feel
Oh
cold.
yeah, the whole time. You know, it's cold until you get out. You don't like get comfortable in there at all.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. I wish my gym had one actually. It's I just train at LA Fitness, so they don't have that stuff. But in Miami and other places they've had them. That's fire.
It's a sick spot. It's like on a turf outside, and like half the people out here have their shirt off right now and swimsuits, shit like that.
West Coast, Cali life.
Yeah, no one wears a shirt here.
Dude, yeah. I trained at when I was in San Diego, it was called I was like kind of a hardcore weightlifting gym, like a bodybuilding gym. It was like the best gym around too. I can't think of the name of it from the life of me.
Hmm.
But you could like train with your shirt off and shit in there. They had an inside outside area too. Also,
Eos
Gold's
or
Gym
the
Venice.
gym.
Random side note for you guys, just because this popped in my head. I met Arnold Schwarzenegger at Gold's Gym Venice, 4 a.m. You want to know why you show up and work hard early? Because I'm walking into the Gold's Gym Venice at really it was like 3:50 something a.m. out when I was living in Los Angeles, and in comes Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm like dumbfounded 25-year-old kid, like, thank you. Shake his hand like this. And he just kept going. That's it. That's the whole extent. Didn't no more words. Thanks. And he's like, that's why I got to show up early, get it done. That was one of the cool things that I got to experience when I was out on the West Coast.
I met Nick Diaz while I was out there.
You met Nate Diaz?
And yeah,
Wow.
He used to come into my restaurant in Tahoe all the time.
Oh, really? He's a wild boy.
Mhm.
Cool.
So,
What's
yeah.
up, Kevin? I seen you in here and got to chat with you today. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Good, good. Just working hard. I got another lead I got trying to start tomorrow.
Hey, my man, don't take no time off. I love it. Getting the
Jeez,
moving.
man, I'm working like 7 days a week now.
Say again?
I said I'm working like 7 days a week now. So
Yeah, dude. And that's like it's one of those things where it gets momentum and it's like easy to get wrapped up, but also like this is kind of what we were talking about a second ago too. Make sure you find that balance point because it's easy to get that momentum and then also burn out on it. So don't go too many
absolutely.
weeks, 7 days in a row.
And I got a new puppy too, so that's taking up all that time.
What
Don't
kind
ask me
of
why I
puppy?
do it. He's a golden retriever.
Oh, I have two long-haired German Shepherds, and we're here at my parents' house. They had last year they had a husky, a French bulldog, and another German Shepherd, and then their German Shepherd and my German Shepherd had puppies, and now they kept two of those puppies. So they have three Shepherds, a
Oh
husky,
wow.
and a French bulldog, and I have the two Shepherds. So it's kennel around here, to say the least.
I got a white shepherd and a lab.
Nice. Love the dogs. The dog walks is another key part of my morning ritual. Like I love to go walk the dogs in nature and just give gratitude for the experience that we have currently and allow to connect with the world, connect with Earth, and just give some gratitude. So that's another key part of my morning ritual. So, how old is the puppy, Kim?
He just turned a year actually this month.
Have you had him for a while, or did you just get him?
Yeah, we got him about a year ago. So we got him when he was 8 weeks old.
Oh wow.
So some days he's a little crazy, but you know the Goldens.
Yeah. Well, these puppy shepherds are like raptors for real. They're like probably 6 months, something like that, if even that. Yeah, they're probably 6 months, and they're like chaotic.
Oh yeah. Our other dogs, they German Shepherd Husky mix.
Oh,
So there's a lot
yeah,
of
a ton of huskies.
a lot of energy around here.
Yeah, for sure. But you're still getting leads every day, so it's not slowing you down too much. What kind of leads you working on today? Direct to seller, direct to agent?
I work on Facebook today.
Nice, 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 nice. So now from when you say working on Facebook, are you meaning the bandit strategy we talked about a bit, or is it the
Just
more
marketplace.
marketplace? Yeah, there we go, marketplace.
Yeah.
Cool. What areas are you looking in right now when you do this?
Right now, right around Raleigh.
Right.
I was looking in Orlando, but I'm not going to do that for a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna pause a bit on Orlando. Raleigh's real close to me here. Anything in North Carolina, I have a ton of boots on the ground too. So, one of my childhood friends, I think I mentioned the other day, his name is Garrett. We were best friends growing up. We were the Garretts when we were teenagers. So, he's actually a GC now. Here, he works across the state, based in Greensboro, but does a lot of work out in Raleigh too. So, any good deals out there that we need those kind of connections, we can get boots on the ground and get them walked, stuff like that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah. And vicariously through growing up here, a lot of people that I know that buy real estate in the area as well. So definitely a hot market. North Carolina has been on the upswing for a while. Lots and lots of people I know that are doing deals across the state.
So
Jared, say hi to everybody that's got to jump in here. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, G Money?
How you doing, brother, man?
Doing well, can't complain. How about yourself?
Man, I'm wonderful, dude. Seeing this thing start to kick off, getting excited.
I
Seeing
know.
folks show up and start to take action, man. It's like, man, we're about to change. We're about to make some noise in this game. We're about to make some noise in this industry because really, like, what we're doing here is all about giving and helping people, and in turn, it just creates more positive vibration. So I love to see people that are like actually taking it serious and showing up and doing what we need to do because there's lots of deals on the forefront for us to accomplish together.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. Yeah, when you gonna get that data sent out? I like that we're doing a direct to agent too.
Yeah. So actually, you are, I believe, on. Let me look at the thing.
I'm on Eddie and Danny.
Eddie and Danny. Okay, yeah. Then so Danny, you have the data sheet that I gave you, right? The Google Doc with a couple links to different areas.
Yep. I just started looking and pulling all that up. So
Cool. Cool,
Well,
cool. Yes, we'll get that to you. And then after the session tomorrow with Roman, you guys should really be ready to rock heavily as far as like we'll have the script in your hands and everything, the exact script that he's using currently to generate deals. So it's not like just a theoretical thing. This is actually what's working for these guys, and we're just turning it into something that is easier for you all to deliver. So like, yeah, bro, let's get after it. I mean, the direct to agent, like I said the other day, is it's an easier exchange, right? I don't have to convince them to sell something. They already want to sell this house. It's literally what their job is. They were signed by the seller to sell this house. It's just more of finding the ones that are open-minded enough to work with us. So
Right. Yeah, the conversations go a lot smoother too because I've been doing agent outreach recently. I was doing direct to seller at first, but agent outreach it just seems more smoother combos.
yeah, way smoother, way smoother. So I'm excited to see how many we do. And I love the little I dropped in the group chat, add a little challenge or a little competition to things, right? Like that's how we have a little bit more fun with it. So the team that does the most overall volume through the course of the 90-day academy will be flown out to one of the properties that we're working on acquiring, either the Arizona cabin, which is an 8-8 cabin. I think will be really cool. So I think that's one of the potentials that we're looking at. So just make it a little fun. Everybody likes to win something and chase hard towards the goal. So have a little competitive fun with it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, there we go. Guys, Well, this is actually the second time that I've been on a meeting to open meeting like this. I'm going to be doing this a hell of a lot more now that I finally got other resources and other leaders to step in place, and we've got the CRM that's really getting dialed in, and my man Zach and his whole team, Charlie, Brendan, all those guys are doing a great job building up the CRM and getting all of those tools. It gives me a whole lot more free time to spend with y'all so that we can really dial this in. So I'm going to begin to do a couple times a week. I'm going to do at least Tuesdays and Thursdays, this session at 6 p.m. and the 12 o'clock session. Several of them throughout the week will be exclusive just for students. I'm going to start to vary some of what we're doing publicly versus private stuff for the academy so that we can really dive in a little bit deeper and give you the most hands-on access so that we can get these deals done. So let's get it moving, guys. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we will not be live on Facebook, but we will be going live with Roman for all of the students. If you can't make it, don't worry. We'll send you the recording as well. And then after that, it's just time to get the deals done. He will be available. Say again?
I got a question.
So,
So when were you doing with the agents and they asked for the proof of fund?
we'll
So
supply.
how are we supposed to do it?
We can supply proof of funds. Step one is just getting the interest. If they need us to submit proof of funds with an offer, with an LOI, we can get that done.
Uh,
Not an issue at all. Great question though. Great question though. Any other questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, ideas? Anybody? My phone is blowing up. Sorry, it's making my computer screen change. Well, cool, guys. I enjoyed spending some time with y'all. This evening session's fun. It's getting a little bit different crowd, a little bit more availability. So, like I said, if you guys find any value or enjoy this, invite others. Let's try to grow the community, grow the impact that we're able to make here. And then for those of you that are in the academy, obviously we're going to keep getting after these deals, and you'll have access to the CRM. If you haven't already received an email for access to the CRM, you should. So check your email. And if you haven't, let me know in the chat and I'll make sure that Muhammad, my assistant, gets those things sent out to you guys. Cool. All right. Well, if y'all need anything, you know where to find me. For all of the deal makers, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 o'clock. For those of you on Facebook watching, reach out to me. If you're not in the academy, you want to apply, we'll get you the link information. Or if you want to play a part and sponsor the academy, you're looking to lend on EMD deals, or if you're an end buyer, whatever your avatar is in the industry, let's get connected, figure out how we can help piece things together for everybody to make more deals happen. As always, guys, much love, and I will see you next time. Have a great evening.